Hello, welcome to another episode of the GNPS with General Junior. Sitting across me is my next guest, Ulysses.
Yes, sir.
Ukrend.
Ngiyaphila unjani bafu?
Ngiyaphila mfethu.
Yes.
Ulysses. Igama wanika abazali bakho la?
Yeah, igama nganika igama lesibili. And yes, it is in my ID. On my ID, yes.
It's strange for me because I have a weird second name.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
It's not a name I want to be known by.
Yeah, well, actually, I also didn't like it, when I was still growing up because, kids used to make fun of names, unusual names.
Yeah.
So when I grew up, I was like, you know what? This is actually a great name.
Yeah.
Let's see what will happen if I start, getting it out there. And people actually liked it because now I have to explain, the meaning of the name and whatnot and teach people how to actually pronounce the name. So, yeah, man, with yours too, I think it's going to be actually a cool name.
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Babacha. It's a bit off.
I see.
Just
I see.
kancane. Was.
Yeah, ingala kakhulu, ne?
Angifuna likhanyise emva kwakhe. I want it just like kancane push. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were saying your parents
Yeah, man.
have you asked them why Ulysses?
Yes, I have.
What's your other name?
Andile.
Andile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andile. Andile Ulysses Buthelezi, yes.
Yeah, Anama would have dropped to Andile. It's too common.
Exactly. Almost everyone is Andile, so
Yeah.
it's cool. So I had to I actually thought of a different stage name. Like I tried names, calling myself other names. When I came up with this idea of being a visual artist that paints live at events, so I'm always thinking about something different. What can I do different? How can I be different? So I was like, what am I doing? I have a great name, and I was like, you know what? Damn, I'm using this on the stage.
What were your other names that you came up with? Let's see how whack. or maybe somebody might say, "Hey, actually, I think you should have dropped Ulysses."
Actually, there's this guy who once gave me a name, Ukilati. He gave me Paint Master.
It's tougher no Andy. I think it's even worse.
Yeah. You see, I was like, Paint Master. Nah, no, I was like, what? Live painter? Junior Lavi actually likes calling me with that name. So I was like, live painter. Yeah.
That's a description more than a name.
Exactly.
I feel like it just describes what you do.
Yeah. I've heard him call me that a few times, and maybe, yeah. But, I came up with Ulysses, just decided to use the name rather. So, yeah, man, it's been that.
So you mean to tell me growing up in Jabu Andil?
Yeah, I was Andile, and I had a nickname also, which was Andrew. I did think of Andrew too, and I was like, no, that's my high school name.
How does Andrew become your nickname?
It actually started in primary school. Yeah, I started in primary school. I was a skater before.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's a friend of mine.
When you say before, you mean you don't skate anymore?
I don't skate anymore. No, I don't.
Why?
I used to skate. Skating, you skate every day. That's a
exactly.
Skater.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're a skater, you're a skater for life.
No, listen, bro. I haven't. Let me say, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back, but right now, I wouldn't say there's no time for it, but there's way too many things I have in mind that I always have to do. So yeah, man, definitely once you're a skater, you always a skater. You never stop. Because once you see a board, once you see a kid on the streets skating, you're like, damn, let me. Can I ride your board, kid? You know, can I try it, trick, something? Yeah. So it's always that, you come back to it at some point. So
where did you grow up?
I grew up in Tuzuma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuzuma Township.
Skateboard,
Yo.
painting, Tuzuma. Yeah. Connect the dots for me here, dog.
Okay. So the other dots are somewhere else.
Okay.
Those.
So okay, let's start with okay. Andile, where did he grow up? Like, let's trace Andile. Because from what I'm getting is that you obviously picked up different influences by existing in different places as you were growing up.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go back. Side one.
Yeah. Okay. So bengihlala eNtuzuma. Ngiyintwana ehlala endlini, right?
Yeah.
Lady bethanda ukuthi sihlale endlini bengaphumi kakhulu. Ngisamncane lapho lo. So sengiqala ukuphuma, that's when I started skating. That's
this was when now? When?
This is
How old were you?
I was in grade 7.
Okay.
I was in grade 7.
So you're more or less 12, 13.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah.
So, hey, Puma had a board and it was my friend's skateboard. It wasn't mine. Right. He even had rollerblades actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gave me a skateboard and I used to try and skate. I used to fall like every single time I got on the board.
Yeah.
And I started having scars. My mom lived in Glenwood and I was in Duzum. Right? So when she came back, she started seeing these scars on my legs, She was like, Andile, wozala. Like, okay. I'm not saying anything. This is usual to me. My friends have scars.
Yeah.
Like, inma. See, in legcwele emadolweni akho wanimbanda nje. No ma, no, sengiyaskate yabo, and ngiyawa mangiskate. Pho yenzela into ekulimazanga, singiyayithanda. Athule. Uma uyathula umuntu othulayo. Mbamba ama-actions masijumpile, masikushubile.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, okay, cool. Carry on skating till I get to grade 9. There I'm like, hey, some of my friends are actually doing other things that are actually like that I'd love to do also, things that I've thought of rather. So I'm like, okay, you know what, skating? It starts being more of into yenziwa yingane.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I'm getting old now, but there are older people that are making this as a career, that this is a career to them. So I'm like, okay, I think, like for a few weeks, I'm like, damn, what, do I quit skating? I used to love skating also at that time. I used to actually skate my friends and my family members, and I also had a sketchbook. So I was like, what, do I venture into drawing and focus on that?
Yeah.
Start a business with that because I loved business. I love business, not that I loved it. I love business and yeah, man, I wanted to own like a company of my own one day.
Yeah.
No. So I'm like, okay, trying to connect the dots. I decided to actually quit skating. Right. I quit skating. Some of my friends are still skating. So next step was to make sure that what I'm going to do now is going to be bigger than skating. I'm going to be passionate about it even more because I was also passionate about skating. I wanted to be a pro skater.
Yeah.
So yeah, start sketching, and I come up with this business in grade 10. Grade 10.
Which high school did you go to?
I went to Hans Road Secondary School.
Okay.
Yeah, went to Hans Road Secondary School, and then right. So I tell this friend of mine, she's a poet. She's a great poet, and I say I have an idea. And she says, okay, cool. Let's wait until it's break and you tell me more about it. I'm like, okay, right, no problem. Comes break, and then now I have to tell her. I had just a normal idea before break, right? So when I came to her, I had already thought of everything. So I'm like, damn, I came up with more ideas now. I'm starting to like this business world. I'm starting to like it, because I'm always like thinking outside the box, getting out the zone of like doing bad stuff. Because when you're growing up, we do like crazy stuff, things that we think are cool, like smoking.
You do shit that you shouldn't be doing.
Exactly, So in Sosa Lab, I started focusing on something that I love. Definitely, whenever I'm doing it, there's nothing that comes to mind that's trying to tell me that this is wrong or whatever. Right. So break time comes, and I inform her that, listen, since I'm a sketch artist and you're a poet, I want to fuse that. She's like, what? You want me to do a poem about you being a sketch artist? I'm like, no, man, listen, all right? She's like, okay. So, you're a poet, right? She's, yeah, I'm an artist, yes. Now look, I'm gonna sketch either a friend of mine or a friend of yours, just for startups. And then, if I get a friend that I know, I'm gonna tell you about them, and you're gonna do a poem that best describes who they are. She's like, wow, okay, she gets the idea now. I'm like, yes, that's the idea. Next thing is to make sure that she writes something that's going to wow everyone. Not just explain, who they are, but she has to be deep, like a poet, just like a poet. Okay, so I just decide to trust her, and I don't tell her that. So I'm like, okay, I choose someone. Dash. Okay, that time Uzulu Mkatini was
with Dash.
With Dash. Yeah. So I say, let's do this guy, and he's also a friend of mine. So she's like, wow, okay, cool. And we start that business. So then I tell her like how the final product is going to look. Basically, on the left, there's going to be a sketch, a portrait that is sketched. And then on the right, there's going to be a poet about that person. Now, I frame both those things, right? And I combine them with hinges. So it becomes more of like a flap, like a book, Yeah, so that's the idea I came up with that time. And I started focusing on that.
Wait, and then you sell this?
Yes, I sell that. Yes.
Oh, who do you sell it to? Or how do you sell it?
Okay, so I started approaching people at school, teachers, my friends. She started approaching her friends, family members, So it's more like coming to you and explaining an idea before telling you that it's mine. I'm like, hey, this would you like something like this? I tell them, then they get it at the end. So I'm like, I do this. I'm the one that does this, and I have a friend who's a poet. So yeah, and then it's either they agree or they like, oh man, yeah, future wise, I might buy it, but for now maybe not. And then I'd get other clients also, So yeah, but usually it was people that were working that could afford it, because the frames costed a lot, and I used to use like state-of-the-art frames. They're still like intact right now.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man, the paper was different that I used to sketch on.
So like one piece, like
300 rand.
300 rand
Yeah,
for one
for
piece.
both.
That was it then, or that's still like your?
That was there. Now I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was then.
It ain't the same price as yesterday, my nigga.
Exactly, you know? Exactly. Because I paint now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ventured into painting. And
Or before it was just sketching.
yes.
Oh, so there you were just using pencil and
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
and
Charcoal.
and paper.
Just a paper, not a canvas.
Mm.
It's just using paper. And it's crazy how I found out that I can draw. So now I'm
Why is
taking you way back
Okay.
to grade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to do like a timeline, childhood timeline rather, of ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
We were supposed to use pictures, you know, like you being born until you're a toddler. After that, you could walk, things you used to do.
Oh, so basically like a chart of
Childhood timeline, yeah, basically, of things that you used to do, and you know, basically describing yourself through a childhood timeline, you know, of who you are when you were young. So, man, hey, yeah, kwakushubile khaya, kwakushubile at that time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What was happening?
Well, man, it was tough money-wise.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh, so you couldn't go buy.
Yeah, they couldn't afford
to do that project.
taking pictures of us, basically. So I don't have pictures of me
Growing up.
Yeah, I only had pictures of myself growing up when I was in primary school. Although there were a few, but I was still way much older. I was already walking, you know, played soccer. I was really old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were the only pictures that I have of myself. And then I had to improvise. I'm super young, in grade 2.
Yeah.
I have to do something really fast, otherwise kids are gonna laugh, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that I can draw.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Get back home, tell them about this. Found out. And I found out at that time that I don't have. I started noticing then, so, oh my God.
There's no pictures of me.
What? You know? And I get a million thoughts, man. Like, what? How come? Later on, they explained to me before I have to submit the project. And I had to explain to me, you know, basically, like how when you figure okay, mhlambe ngoba senibadala manje sekumnandi, but yeah, akusizile ekhaya. Umalume babengitshela. So I'm like, okay, I understand. Ngingane understand leyo nto ngiyabo. Okay, cool. Now what do I do? So I tell them, I'm thinking of doing this. I want to have a man. Whatever, yonke into angiyenza ngisangane, and then I start asking them, okay, what was I like? What was I used to do? Then I laugh. Some things I used to do, I laugh, cracked.
What are some of the crazy things you used to do?
One crazy thing that I remember.
Yeah.
Whenever whoever was sleeping ekhaya, I used to come and just lay on the head. Come, whoever's sleeping, come and lay on their head, even with my body, like put myself on top of their head.
Yeah.
And then I used to ask really weird questions that I shouldn't be asking at that age.
Yeah. Like?
Yo, bro. Okay, maybe this was like maybe when I was 5.
Yeah.
You know, one crazy thing I remember. Oh snap, man. Oh, okay. Okay, let me just say something this normal, because some other things I don't want to say. They're too much. They're too much.
But you were a kid. No one can judge you.
Yeah, okay.
You know? These are things you said when you were a child.
Hey, bro. Okay, fine.
You were a toddler.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask these questions. Okay, not. Let's not say 5. Let's say 6, 7 there. Okay. One question. I was given. Okay, I'm a cake. Christmas. I want a Christmas.
Yeah.
Quite a cake lily that has cream. The round cake that has red cream and
It's a jam. I think it's jam.
So I'm like, jam, no? And everyone cracks. And they're like, because I don't like jam. I didn't like jam at that time. Ma, jam, no? Everyone laughs. I'm like, oh, God, okay, fine. You understand that. The same day, I'm super hyper now because I ate it. They told me the same day, no, that's not jam. I go to the radio, my grandpa's radio. Okay, so Christmas and everything is vibing, and I hear this lady saying what's the teen? What's his? Like is the ekulunyayo already. So ubiza abantu ukuthi uzansi la esikhona, nize la esikhona. It's super fun. There's everything for everyone. Like kids also come with your kids. I'm like, damn, okay. Me as a child, I go there, take a scissors. But was the speaker say radio? Ngifuna ukubona ukuthi ubani okhulumayo.
I think you can be forgiven for that one.
Because
now I think I crack radio like
exactly. I even did that too. Yo, bro, I used to open a lot of things as a sendini. Like my grandpa went over, because it was this huge phone, heavy phone. Yeah, man, I used to do weird stuff.
So I mean, you draw your life chart. You draw yourself based on what they tell you. And how does it come out?
Yo, it was a lot. It was a lot, man.
Yeah.
I used to, it was a lot. It came out. It didn't come out the way I wanted to be, the way I pictured it. But it came out. People saw. They saw what
they saw you grow up.
They saw me. I used to draw. Like fine. This one time we went to the farm, right? And emakhaya bangifundisa ukwakha inkomo ngobumba. Ngifundisa ukubumba, you know. I drew that. That's one thing I remember. Enkandla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, enkandla. No, sayimfuleni. Kunobumba lapha.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, nalusa noma.
Nah, not even.
Zangekho inkomo.
Zazikhona, but no, ayingangisamncane kakhulu ngaleso sikhathi. Yeah, so bumba inkomo, ngidweba lokho. And then nezinye izinto ngidwebe uma ihamba ngadweba ngikhala uma seyahamba ayohlala kwenye indawo engisahlala naye yabo izinto ezikanjalo. But that's when I found out that I can draw.
Yeah.
You know. That's
so
when I
from grade 2
yes,
you've been drawing.
Yes. That's where that's from grade 2.
Okay, now you're doing this live visual arts.
Yes.
Nale poet. How long do you do that for?
3 years next year.
Oh, you guys have still been like doing this thing.
Yeah. But now I'm focusing on painting. You know, sketching. I can say I use it as a ladder. Yeah, it was more of a ladder.
So how do you? So since you're painting now, do you like? Okay, let's do it like this.
Okay.
Like what inspires you? So do you only paint when you with this poet, or with an artist, or do you paint on your own? You have your own inspirations, and that inspire the work inside of you.
Okay. So, there's this big artist, Da Vinci. Everyone knows him, and he lived by these words. Art. Wow, man, it's just amazing. Art is okay. I forgot this. Basically, are you live? That's dope. Okay, I'm trying to remember. It's like word to word because I once changed it into like my own thing. But one thing I know, he uses art, as something that heals people. So I started living up to that saying of his, and yeah, man. After that, I decided to paint live. Basically, it just happened naturally, because before that, I was supposed to sell event tickets. Now I'm telling you how I got into this entertainment industry. I had a meeting with Doc Durban, and I was supposed to get in the Wine Wednesday event through selling tickets for it through my machine, right? Because I have a machine that sells event tickets. So
Wait. Oh, God.
okay.
When you say you have a machine that sells events ticket, like, explain that, like.
Hey, my brother. Okay, I used to work for this app, right? This app that sells food products, and they deliver to you. You can order through it, and then
What app is that?
it's closed now.
What
So
was it?
It was called Spaz app.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've seen that.
yeah, Spaz app. I used to work for that app, and yeah, man, got a promotion, got promoted also, and yeah, they gave me a machine. Now I was selling I was actually selling machines and also promoting them and finding clients to use, at tuck shops and townships and stuff. So yeah, I got that machine for myself, and yeah, man. One of the things it does is sell events tickets, bus tickets, airtime, data, bazodlala ilotho, yeah, man, stuff like that, So I came up to him.
So is this machine like what they use at Checkers or?
Yes, actually, they use it kakulu at garages. Yes, yeah. Basically, yes, it is that machine.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
So now, not talking hlanganiso.
Ukuthi uDogi unama event,
Yeah.
like une one in the States, basically.
Yeah.
And I have a machine that sells event tickets. I wanted to get his event.
Yeah.
In that company that sells tickets.
Yeah.
So, and after that, I can sell those tickets at the door at the event.
The event.
All right, tell him about the idea, and he's like, "Hey, my brother, I mean, njengomuntu who always talk as this big guy who likes everyone, He doesn't say no. He brings people up, especially black people. He's more about black empowerment. So I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I'm super happy, super excited. And more he's like, calm. Okay. All right, so I tell him, and he introduces me to his team. And yeah, man, I'm like, okay, this is actually happening. And it's like, hey, bro, I don't think it's gonna work. So I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And then what's all this for? I'm like, damn. Ngitshita lo mfethu asangicabangile ukuthi nje futhi mhlawumbe ngisebenzisane with this guy.
Yeah.
Like ha wonke umuntu ufisa ukukhuluma kahle kanje ngalomthaka. Yo, mina ngigaba just like that. Hey, Fitz, I'm like, no, it can't be, Fitz. Boom! Idea comes up.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I definitely can do something about that.
Yeah.
And use it. I'm like, wait. Guys, wait. I have an idea. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's hear the idea.
What's that?
Let's hear the idea. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So, I wanna paint denim jackets for people, right? Here at One Wednesdays. And I asked him, do you have a design for One Wednesday maybe? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, maybe. And then I tell him that, yeah, maybe I can paint maybe wine on denim jackets, or something. He's like, okay, cool, yeah. And so I'm like, actually, also, can I do a live painting? Like, can I paint something while people are looking at the event? It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Right. Day comes. I've painted 3 denim jackets.
Yeah.
He gave me 3 denim jackets and I paint them. Right. I paint this a bottle of wine being poured into a glass. You know? Yeah.
I think I saw that on your Instagram.
Yes. I do 3 denim jackets, and I bought a canvas, and I'm gonna do the same design on a canvas. So I get there, and it's fully packed.
Yeah.
It's packed, and I'm like, damn, how do I do this? I get there. I don't have a stand for the canvas. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Yo. Okay, now I'm starting to get frustrated. So I'm like, nah, man, it can't be. Like, let me improvise. What can I use? Look for a table. Okay, there's no table. Look for a chair. All the chairs are being used. I'm like, damn it. I go outside. Like, what do I use? I see a traffic cone, a huge traffic cone, like half my length.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm using this. I take that, go inside. There's huge speakers there, right? Okay, I'm like, you know what? This is gonna happen. I put a traffic cone and I take my canvas, put it on on top of the traffic cone, and it stands.
Yeah.
All I need to do is just proceed with like doing the art piece.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. People are looking behind me. Okay, I carry on, I paint. I keep hearing, whoa, wow, like people are amazed. And I'm like, okay, wow, I'm actually getting an audience. Do it. And final product, and dog goes crazy. And he's like, you know what? Come do this every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah, every Wednesday come paint. Oh
Yeah.
my God. So that's when, the dream began.
Yeah.
And there was very nice music playing. Then big artists, I couldn't even notice them because I was so focused on what I was doing. And that's always me. They 3 hours passes without even noticing that they've already passed. I get lost in time.
Yeah.
Every single time. I can start at 10 and just like that, it's 12:30. And I don't know how we got there.
So, do you have pieces that you paint at home?
Yes. So, yeah, this is me. I do not sell my originals, right? As an artist. Why? Yeah, I'm about to tell you. So the big artists, visual artists, the one thing that they say they wish they could change is selling the originals. Because when they're older, they used to wish they could sell more of those paintings, because people used to ask them, hey, do you still have this? I'd like to buy it. And they say no, well, I sold it. So how can I buy it again? Can you create it? So they had to create another art pieces that looked like those, but they didn't come up
But
like
then
well.
that kills the value of the one that you made before.
Exactly. So now, one thing that I definitely realized that it was gonna work for me is to keep the originals and not sell them. Right.
Yeah.
The only thing I can sell to you is the art print. So I get another canvas, go to the art print store, and print the same canvas, but even you're gonna get it at a cheaper price. But if you can afford the original painting, then you can buy it. But yeah, man, yeah,
So like,
it's rare.
how do you price your pieces?
Um,
How do you determine the pricing?
yeah, okay. So one thing I note the size first, size of the original painting. That you want as a duplicate. Do you want a bigger size or smaller size?
No, I'm talking about the originals.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, hey, my brother. Okay, let me go back again. When I'm on stage, right, I paint in front of people, and that's extremely hard. There's a lot of pressure there, trying to ignore people making comments, making sure that you're gonna paint the right thing. It's gonna come out like perfectly, not perfectly, but something that's gonna look really good. And those kind of things, they count. The hours that maybe the hours also. But now I don't count the hours actually. Before I did, but not now. So it's that and the creativity. What else, man? The
Paint.
idea, yeah, the paint also, the size of the canvas, like I said. So it's those things. When I combine all those things, yeah, man, it costs a lot. And it costs a lot. And also, one thing that's different about me, I use the audience to interact with my art piece, with my paintings. So one thing that's my signature is, there's actually two things. I paint live, and I use thumbprints of my audience as a design on my art piece. So I don't know if you've seen this tree. If you saw this huge tree on my profile rather on Instagram, that's one art piece that I definitely went over the board.
Yeah.
I called the whole audience to put the thumbprints. First, I did the structure of the tree, right? Before I did the leaves, and it's one Wednesdays. So I'm gonna paint a grape tree, right? Right. So I called everyone, put the thumbprints. Those thumbprints are gonna act as grapes when the final product comes up. So everyone comes there, put the thumbprints, man. They're loving the vibes, something different. Can even hear people like congratulating Dog for doing everything different and like bringing the black people up. Yeah. So it's just that, and then everyone has put the thumbprints. Now I have to go and do like the final touches. Get there, and damn, it looks really beautiful. Even before I put the leaves, but now I have to make sure that people see that it's a grape tree, because grape tree is actually different. There's actually looks like this,
Yeah.
but these leaves are a bit stretched.
Yeah.
Something like a row, like a string. So a grape tree has that. So I started painting that, paint leaves, and then the whole tree, and then I also do the roots and stuff.
Yeah.
So it becomes
Just watch you don't bang the table.
okay, cool. So it becomes something like that. A full tree, a huge tree, a grown tree, of thumbprints acting as grapes, and man, that's one thing that I use for thingy, for the pricing when I come with the price.
You know, there's a painting that you did of a Black Coffee.
Oh yes.
And Black Coffee recently got nominated for a Grammy Award. I'm thinking, hey, Black Coffee is out there in the world making hella chankura.
Yes, sir.
And then you still haven't given me the price. So I'm going to be direct now. The original of that piece, like, you know,
my brother.
Unless if you were a Black Coffee fan and you're like, I know it's fine, Black Coffee, you can take the original, have it in your house.
Yo, hey, that's a whole different story.
Well, now for that piece specifically, because I mean the price has gone up. I mean, Black Coffee is a Grammy-nominated artist now.
Yes. So you want to know the price?
Exactly. Let's get the price of that piece.
Okay.
No, my funny buzu manager.
Yeah, I think that's better. Because now sometimes it feels like I'm flexing, but let me say I can tell you how much like imali ebiza. Okay, it close price range. You know, to the
obviously,
price. I can't say the original.
like let's say starting price.
Starting price.
Yeah, starting price. Like I'll start listening if you say this amount. Yeah.
Starting price is 50,000 rand.
For that piece.
Yes. For that piece, it's 50,000 rand. Yeah, man. The original price.
That was also live.
Yes, I painted while he was performing. Yes, I did it live on stage with him at one Wednesdays. And when I was done, because I can't like, you know, eat with thank yous and what,
Hey,
like,
job well done. Hey,
yeah, exactly, you know, like it's not possible. You can't go further with everyone just saying, "Oh man, this is dope. Thank you, sharp." And post and say, "Hey man, an artist did this work for me," and you know, although you can do it like maybe once or twice, but you'll just like end up at a dead end, you know.
And why should I pay for your art when you're already giving it for free to everyone else?
Yeah, well, that's another thing I have to make sure that I explain to an artist before I do the art piece. I do inform them that this is what I'll be doing, and I'm going to be doing this as a business venture with you. So I'm going to sell the art piece to you, and if you like it, you can buy it. If you don't, it stays with me. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it starts there, and then...
You got DJ Zintle?
DJ Zintle, it was Women's Day. That day it was Women's Day. So I decided to do it as, you know, something to thank her for the kind of woman that she is.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah. So it was more of like a gift. Yeah.
So like, how do you decide whether this is a gift and this is a business venture?
Yeah, well, I think kwaqondana to DJ Zinhle abaphansi you know,
what
into zakhe zayiqondile, you know, zayiqondile, but yeah, well, just like Kunasty C, for letting me come to Iverson tour, I decided to give him as a thank you, you know, because I already had an idea. I wanted to come to the other Iverson tour locations and events, which was in Joburg, Cape Town and whatnot, you know, Bloom and stuff. So yeah, man. Hey, yeah, the Durban Iverson tour gave it to him, and then the second one in Johannesburg, I did that as a business venture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which other artists have you worked with?
Kabza the Small.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Scorpion
great
King.
guy. Hey, bro. You know, yeah. And yeah, man, I also did art piece for Dog. Okay, it wasn't a business venture. Nali, it was more of
Thank you.
yeah, a thank you for, giving me YouTube, to do, push my passion. So yeah, hey, that day, oh my brother, yo, I've never talked about it. But one thing I can say,
What happened?
yo, hey bro, yeah, I don't know, bro.
When's the lad, yeah? Did someone
I know,
die?
I definitely didn't. Hey, I'm keeping on benjalo.
Oh shit! You
Ngingasho
missed the
njalo.
mark.
Yeah, I missed it big time. I
You
missed
rust.
it.
You rusted him.
Blind. Blind. But we always visual artists, always have like art pieces that are gonna go wrong. If you're still growing, definitely. Oh snap! Sorry about that. You definitely gonna have an art piece that's gonna go wrong. It's a must. That's how you grow. You find new styles through that wrong art piece. You find
So
other
more
creative
does.
ways.
Let's say it's a business venture and basically a flop. Is it on the house?
Well, if it goes wrong, then I can't.
Oh, you redo it. What
yeah,
happened?
I have to redo it. But I've never had that. Yeah, angazi ngihlangabezana naleyo nkinga. Angazi ngithi ngine-client and they told me a product that I have to do and I didn't get it right. Yeah.
Do you do corporate work, like
Yes.
advertising? What? Wow.
Yeah, I do, man. I mean, I'm running a business. I have to, I have to. Yeah. And I usually post on my Instagram. I post everything on my Instagram and Facebook also. So yeah, man, I do. Yeah.
So what are some of your corporate gigs that you've done in the past?
A corporate
Gig, like it's by the way.
Cabs are the small.
Oh, Kabza is
Yes. He was a client.
like okay.
Yeah, and how can I explain this? It's still an idea with getting him to use it for like
Album cover.
Yeah, album covers and stuff like that. But one thing, okay, let me say Scouts are the small, and then what's this? Not the snatch party. What's this event? Oh, there's this big carnival. It's big carnival. It was held at Roseburg, I think. Yeah, Roseburg. Yeah, the school. So, yeah, man, I did face paintings there for that company that was doing the carnival. Yeah, man. So those are some of the things that I've definitely done as a corporate.
So looking forward now, where you at? Who do you look forward to working with?
Yo, man. Yo. Good question. Benny Maverick, Kholeda Guru, Junior Lavi, the owner of Konka. Those are some of the big names I think I definitely work with.
Why specifically those names?
And one last name, Dog Durban.
Okay.
Right. The reason being is because they are more connected and focused in the entertainment industry, which is predominantly what I, focus on too, which is the entertainment industry. So yeah, man. And also that, they're still young. I can say, I can say they're still young. They haven't grown that much, because I love working with the youth also, and people that are still young that can understand my style. Because someone older who doesn't do events anymore will just cut me off instantly.
Yeah.
So since they're based in the entertainment industry, I've selected them.
Yeah. So edladleni bathi nje akunablop.
Yeah.
Ungahamba udwebe mfana, ungahamba ubhenda.
Aboma unephupho.
Yonke into i-right.
Aboma unephupho fethu. Kini.
Yeah.
Malihlukile. Khohle ukuthi bazosupport from day one. They can, but as time goes on, they're like, no.
I'm uthola isibani.
Yeah. I'm uthola isibani. Yeah, man, basically it's that. Go find a job, But one thing they don't understand, the money that you get, you have to bring it back to the business, for it to grow. And if you're not making like a lot at that time, they won't understand, because everything is going back to the business. And, to them, it's like you're not going pambil. To them, you're stuck in the same place, And it's only when you're doing big things, like, doing bigger moves, and they seeing something, because they're human. The one person that I definitely know that has been with me from day one is my mother, although she's also had some days where she was like, quit now. Listen, just stop now. Stop. It was, stop. And I understood where she was coming from. But at the end of the day, I chose what I do, and I chose it as something that's going to be a lifetime thing for me, So, I could listen to them, or I could carry on believing, even though sometimes business doesn't work and he doesn't make money. I still have to believe in it.
Do you, when you paint, like okay, let me start here. What's a typical day, like a weekday, and if you're not working at a live event, because there's that life still going on. So when's that?
Oh, okay. It's still painting.
So you also, that's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So even in your personal time, you constantly paint. On the craft.
Yes.
So like I wanna find out here, do you conceptualize your work, like draw it on a piece of paper first, if you're doing those kind of paintings, or what's the process?
At home?
Yeah. Or is it just like you paint empty canvas, brush in hand, and okay,
Okay, so, man, the first time I painted, I didn't sketch. You know what I did? I sketched it emoyeni. I don't know what I was doing, but now I understand it. I sketched it emoyeni. I saw what I was gonna paint. I painted the wine glass, and I painted the glass emoyeni. Seeing it, visioning it in my mind. Saw it, and then I had to bring it to life. That's the one thing I also do. That's my signature move. Before I start painting, I brush, I connect with the canvas with my left hand. I'm left-handed. Connect with my left hand with the canvas. And yeah, man. After that, so I'm sengiqedile kwi-canvas, so sengiqede yonke into mina.
Yeah.
Abantu sebebuka the colors and whatnot, but in my mind, so sengiyenzile into. And sometimes my creativity takes me even further. Like I get new ideas while I paint. You know, even the mistakes, they turn up to be like amazing stuff. You know, whereas like with Kabza's thingy art piece, I was supposed to do a piano, right? It's just a piano with music instruments coming out of it. But those music instruments were going to be small crowns and scorpions. While I was painting, I made a mistake, I drew a line, and I couldn't, like, you can't rap basically on a canvas. You can't.
Yeah.
Once you go wrong. It's jumped. You have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Or you
have to improvise.
Exactly. So, excuse me, that's what I did. Improvised, and I decided to paint a bigger crown.
A bigger crown than
I
had
didn't
a
see it
piano.
before.
Because when I glimpsed at it, I'm like, we can't have no calves on that baby. And then later on, I was like, oh shit, calves and Maporisa are Scorpion Kings. So, and if ukhumbule album layer, it had that gold crown.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, oh shit, this is dope. And the piano, obviously, Ukabza is the king of piano.
Exactly.
Like, oh,
And the detail in like I said before, the music instruments were going to be the crowns. So I did do that also. So there's small crowns coming out of that piano.
Yeah.
And music instruments. Yeah. So yeah, man. Sometimes my vision goes beyond. I'm led, basically. That's what I can say. I'm led.
So is that how you approach every painting? Like,
yes, definitely, man.
Stand in front of the canvas, see it, and just
connect with the canvas. Sketch.
Are we? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, I'm curious. I just want to find out, because I'm asking from a point where umuntu ongakwazi ukudweba.
Right.
It's okay, mina, because angikwazi ukupaint and all.
Right.
Like, if ungathi angipaint, I feel like ngaqale ngiyidwebe.
Yeah, true.
And then
True. Sketch mhlawumbe ebhukwini ujwayele uyibone until you perfect it. But it's more of giving the audience, when someone knows that I don't sketch like before I do the art piece, already you're like, damn, I want to see this. If this guy doesn't practice before, then how does he know what he's going to paint is going to come out how he wants it to come out? So already there's that in your mind. So you're going to make sure that you look at me paint, you see what I'm painting. And then
I guess that's true visual artistry, right?
Exactly, bro.
Because you draw what you envision.
Yes.
You paint what you envision.
All of it, drawing, painting, the same stuff, you know. So, yeah, man. And then the saying, like I said, Da Vinci, art washes away the dust of everyday life, So.
And how do you understand that?
I paint life for people. Whoever that was going through a rough patch on that day or had a rough week, when you see me, even when I look at myself paint, I drool, bro. I drool, because art has that, I don't know, whatever it has. Even today, I still can't explain it, but it relieves you from whatever you think about, whatever. It basically washes away the pain of everyday life, man. It heals you. It makes you laugh. Various kinds of emotions come through, man. And after watching that, you feel a bit like,
at ease.
At ease, man. Exactly, Every time, even when I do that, when now you hear people behind me saying, "What is he doing?" and then they remember something I did wrong. Sometimes they laugh, you know, and then I just carry on painting. I heal myself while I'm doing that. Also healing people behind me if, you know, they want to. Besides that, also, man, it's just cool watching someone paint. I've seen it too. There's this guy I look up to, Alec. He lives in America. Great guy. He's also painted a portrait of Black Coffee live on stage. So I thought I was the only one doing it until I saw him on Instagram. I was like, okay, someone's doing something like what I do, you know, the same thing that I do. And I was like, damn. And he's also made Black Coffee. I'm like, oh, snap. I follow him and I get inspired by him so much. He's painted cars. He's painted, imagine painting a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Bro, you know? So it's that, man. Painting live, you know?
Well, wouldn't you say, like, you know, painting is a representation of life itself, like how life happens for us as human beings? Because I mean, here you say you vision this thing before you even paint it.
Yes.
Human beings are sometimes abazali bethu could say ngakupha before I conceived you. And eventually they conceive you. That's when you actually put that first stroke of paint on the canvas.
Definitely, my brother.
And then, you know, you become uyazalwa, and that's when you start seeing the shapes and the edges of what you are actually painting.
Damn, definitely, that is one.
And then once the product is done, and that's when it's being born. Then everyone can see, oh, okay, this is what he was painting. And then obviously over time, as it matures and it meets more people,
yes,
it just grows in value.
Yes. Yo. Yeah, man, you just snatched me there. I'm so into that, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's one way you can say describe what I do. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I would use that. Yes, some other day, maybe when I go through something, I can definitely say that, hey, this painting is inspired by this whatever I went through, and man, this is what came up. You know, so that's how life is, basically. And excuse me, with that. I can actually, I do have an art piece that explains exactly, like, similar to what you just said. It's actually the tree, right? The grape tree. It's titled 1997, the year I was born in. So, in my online art gallery, I explain that. That art piece basically explains who I am and where I come from, you know, and how much I've grown and where I'm going, basically. So there's dots that you connect with the art pieces that I've done. They're more of, like, how can I put this? Okay, not a line, but not also a production, a sequence of my life events growing up using wine, the idea of wine. Starting with planting the seeds, the tree growing, taking the grapes from the tree, putting it in the barrel, the wine barrel, from the wine barrel into the bottle of wine, from the bottle of wine into the glass, you know. So, yeah, man, my life, I can say, it'll age like wine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm also aging like wine. I'm growing like wine, becoming something, you know, authentic, unique, you know, something like wine, yeah. So that's how I've been, man. Started as a seed where I was in grade 2.
Yeah.
That's where my art was planted. Later on, became a tree, started a business with arts, sketching. That was there. After that, met up with Dog and told him about this idea with his brewing now. I was a barrel. Next, I started painted the actual thing, the actual canvas that is there, the final product, which is the wine glass. And then now I'm eating the fruits of my labor. I'm selling art print. That's my life.
Don't you think the fact that you didn't have pictures of yourself growing up was for a good reason? Because that led to you actually finding and defining yourself. Because not only
that's life, man.
you also defined yourself on paper.
Yes.
Because you had to ask. At the end of the day, whatever you were drawing it and how you were seeing it. So you went and found out and
bro, yes.
So you defined yourself.
I defined myself, man. Yeah, you see it, man. You see everything, man. You see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely. Although it was easy at that time, doing that, like visioning myself. It was easy. It was fun. But as I grew up, thinking I don't have pictures of myself as a toddler, there was a point. That's a joke now to me, but there was a point where I thought, damn, what if Ngangile I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but yeah, man, sometimes ngiyacabanga izinto,
Yeah, we human.
Ngicabanga ngobuhlungu, ziningi ezifika emqondweni wakho. But akusho ukuthi kuyilokho, and like you're not saying anything bad about the people like ababekhona ngaleso sikhathi, or ukuthi uqondise kubani into eyenzeke kuwena.
Yeah.
But kwafika ukuthi ekhaya mhlambe nje bangilanda home.
Yeah.
Or somewhere.
Adopt you.
Trust me.
I've had that feeling. Uma wethu wayishaya. Mama wayishaya, yabo ngize ngiyibuze, uyangizala.
Bro.
But obviously now that I'm here, sengikhulile, I appreciate those hidings.
Exactly.
Because even ngicabanga like without those hidings, I was this close to turning like to some of the people that were around me at that time. Yeah, because there's instances where I could have picked up certain influences, but because ngangazi what they say is bad. It's Kishwa lawyer, mama.
So by ghost, cabanga kabili.
Thank
Sure, say it. Face.
So yeah, and like those kind of things, like sometimes we fail to appreciate because we go corner into positive, like in this instance, in your case as well. That's why I'm highlighting that. Imagine if you had those pictures. I think you would have been lazy to.
I was never gonna draw. I was never.
Would you be happy now?
Hey, bro, I'm a believer. I believe in God more than anything else, God played a big move there. Yeah, at that age, I think even when I was born, God already knew my path. He already knew everything that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
He already placed every every door for me, because I entered the door then.
Yeah.
I entered the biggest door of my life in grade 2.
Imagine, you can say you found your purpose here. Emhlabeni una
2 years old, yes. Although,
well, not 2. You were in grade 2.
okay, I mean, damn it, yeah,
you
yeah,
were in grade
grade
2.
2,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah. So
Finding us at that age and that young, that I'm an artist, man. I thank God. Yeah, when I thank God, I literally cry. I cry, man, because like I could have exactly like you said. Like I did, like I wasn't even gonna do it. I was gonna do something else. I don't know. Maybe I was gonna be a soccer player.
So look, you're not even good at that,
bro. Or something, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dream came up.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Ulysses, thank you for coming, bro.
Yes, man. Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
If there's anything that you feel like we left out, you can say it to that camera or
Okay, cool.
whatever.
Cool.
No
Yeah.
mangayin.
Yeah.
Or whether you want to give people your Instagram handles, your website, where they can find your art gallery, and
Yeah.
buy the art.
Yeah, cool, man. So can I bring my manager
Yeah, he can
and just use
akafuna again.
Art on Fabric, my brother. Yeah, so everything that I've painted, I'm now printing it on clothes.
Oh, so you're doing print?
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically, I'm using clothes as a canvas.
Yeah.
It's a substitute for a canvas. I'm still selling art prints. I'm still selling arts. So this is not a brand.
Okay.
Basically, I'm using clothes as something that can connect with people. Everyone that loves arts and everyone that loves various designs and stuff. So I call this Art on Fabric. It's not a name of it. It is what it's called. It is Art on Fabric. If you search Art on Fabric, you're gonna see like many designs. So it also falls under that. But with my art on fabric, it's mine. I own it. I created it. So I don't have to come up with a name. The signature is already there.
And someone can still buy an original of this.
Exactly.
The original art.
Yes, the original art piece. Yes, true. So yeah, man, that's that.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what else? What else is happening?
What else is happening? Well, I am now coming together with this friend of mine who sells colognes, perfumes. Yeah, so we're gonna come up with something with her. But definitely, I'd like people to follow me on my social media platforms.
Handles?
Yes. My handle for Instagram, personal page is Ulysses_RSA. So it's ULYSSES_RSA. Definitely they can find me there and they will find everything about me when they get there. They'll find my business page, which is Umzulu Ulysses Arts. That's operating under my company, which is also named Umzulu Ulysses. So yeah, man. Under that page, there's my online gallery link, my pictures, all my work that I've done before, various art on fabric designs, and yeah, man. Maybe someone can find something that's gonna touch them and move them and actually purchase something. So yeah.
Well, you heard it here. Siyabonga. Thank you for coming through.
Man, thank you for having me, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate you more, man. Big love, bro.
Yeah, keep up the good work. Hopefully one day Sizowazi will afford the piece.
Definitely. There's gonna come a time where I sell art pieces that will, that are gonna be affordable to, actually everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, man, definitely. Sophia Soskats.
Siyabonga. Thank you. Do the right thing. Hit the subscribe button.
Yes. Cool stuff.
Thank you for tuning in. Do catch us next time on our next episode. Thank you to all our returning subscribers, to our new ones. Siyabonga, do the right thing, hit the subscribe button. You can look out for upcoming future podcasts from GNPS. Also planning to bring back a pushy culture right here on GNTV. And we're also working at bringing back the checkup, and hopefully I can give you some new content. Otherwise, siyabonga. If you're new here, you can check out our previous episodes. We've got plenty of episodes that we have here. We have about 90 something right about now, on our way to 100. And obviously it would be nice to get the subscriber count going up. Siyabonga. Thank you. Catch us next time. Peace. Oh, also, you can approach us for advertising, product placement right here on the podcast. So we can do a live read during the podcast and advertise your product. Doesn't matter, big, huge. Hey, hit us up. Hit me on my email at musalens@gmail.com. So that's my email address, musalandz@gmail.com. So you can approach us if you want to place your product right here, or you want us to do a live read and add and have it play while the podcast is playing. Thank you. Peace. Shout out to Ubacha, my little sister behind the camera. Hold me down. It's a family business.